Do you think it's happening tonight? Why, beyond some marketing hype, why they should want to use something like Chainlink? That's what underpins the baseline protocol relationship with Chainlink. It's just a technical issue. It's not marketing, it's not hypey, it's simply, we need a way of solving non-determinism for data inputs, and why would you not use this one? That's as far as it goes. Simple. I like simple.
This is another thing that we make possible because we connect to all of the different blockchains. So we don't only provide the ability to put data and connect to outbound payment systems. We actually act as a bridge from your internal enterprise systems that you want to retain because you've built workflows on top of them. They already control lots of value. You have back-end services that it's be extremely difficult to pull out. And you want to connect all of that systematized kind of learning and back-end service work to blockchains as an environment where you want to conduct commerce. And this is really what we enable by our connection to hundreds of blockchains. The secure middleware monitors the blockchain of choice for that transaction and returns an update back into your enterprise system in the format that your enterprise system consumes already. So this means you get to keep your workflows, you get to keep your user interfaces, you get to keep your back-end systems, and you get access to the entire universe of blockchain on a multinational level in all the different assets that you would want to interact with. And this is really, I think, one of the big benefits of adopting a blockchain-capable strategy.
I mentioned this ability to connect legacy systems that sit within a bank's four walls to blockchain environments.
Why wouldn't you use Chainlink? I mean, I don't know that's who I'd use.
So there's a couple of big projects that we're working on this year, but really some of the more cutting edge pieces that I think are going to be interesting for this group are around the digital identity space.
I'm going to talk today about Candid, a new decentralized identity system developed by faculty and students at IC3 in collaboration with colleagues at JP Morgan Chase. What have we done here? We've turned legacy web servers into issuers. Using Deco and Candid, we can turn any web server, any existing web server, in principle, into a Candid issuer, into an issuer of credentials. And in this way, we address the chicken and the egg problem. We don't need to stand up special purpose issuers. We just use existing authorities.
Ari mentioned some of the work that he and his students are doing with Candid, and we think this is really exciting and something that we think is also going to be very important. I think it's across liquidity, it's across just general supply chain management, managing suppliers. Actually, the identity work that Ari is doing and that we're doing dovetails very nicely into the type of thing the types of challenges that suppliers have, and so being able to add those into a more general industry network.
Well, that's the magic of Deco.
For me, every year is this year. You ask me any year, is this the year smart contracts are going to take off? Since 2014, I've been like, yeah, of course, this is the year. So the sooner smart contracts start doing something valuable and become genuinely highly competitive with high quality existing financial services contracts, the sooner adoption happens. It's all kind of like a cycle, right? I don't have a cycle slide, but you can imagine a set of arrows going together. Yep. Hi, everybody. Their users say, I want yield from DeFi because it's 4% and the yield that I have in a bank account is 0.1%. All the interfaces on the web will just say, sure, I'll give you whatever you want. Here we go. Here's the DeFi protocol you wanted. You get 4% now. All you got to do is hit a button, convert dollars to stable coins. Congratulations, you're getting 4%.
Has anyone heard of JP Morgan Coin here?
By the way, it was actually 8%, but we keep 4% because we're whoever. And so it's a great deal for everybody as long as DeFi smart contracts continue to function properly and grow in value and collateral and returns and all these things, for which there's a kind of virtuous cycle, right?
But if you really believe in this technology, then you want to enable its progress, then you really need a foundational payments leg to make sure all these other applications work. It's kind of like how you needed to have a fully functional PayPal-like product to enable eBay, or you needed something like Square to really enable point-of-sale like commerce, mobile commerce, or you needed something like Stripe to enable web credit card transactioning, right?
And all they have to do is click a button that says yes. Like that's coming, and people don't care if they get their 4% from a crypto-backed, crypto-based DeFi protocol-powered thing, or from a bank. They could care less. They don't know. And so once all of that gets composed in the right way, those rails are going to move this value into the crypto format.
We just think of JP Morgan Coin project as basically that foundational payments rail for enabling enterprise blockchain applications.
And the rails to do that are just getting accelerated in a really, really rapid pace. But in terms of the mainstream, the amount of value that's out there to make its way both into the cryptocurrency format and into DeFi is orders of magnitude larger than what we're dealing with today.
When JP Morgan Coin came out and was announced, JP made a comment, I think it was to CNBC, and he said that maybe one day consumers would even have access to this. How far off might that day be?
One step at a time, right?
If you're able to offer the global financial market 4% or 2% interest and yield in environments where they can hardly get 0.1 or 0.2%, and you're able to make that secure and transparent and regulated and reliable, that's what the global financial system is based on, right? That's what drives a lot of activity.
Then we took it a step further with a multiple group of other partners to actually do stablecoin transfers with privacy. So actually writing zero knowledge proof circuits and actually.
What is a zero knowledge proof circuit?
Okay, so zero knowledge proofs
at a high level.
At a high level, just an academic technique for being able to prove some information without actually sharing the information. And the application as it relates to blockchain and value transfer is being able to send a payment and ensure that we actually have, like, whoever's sending the payment has the balance to send without actually revealing the balance.
So Chainlink becomes really important for that.
We service a bunch of different blockchains, and Hyperledger also needs oracles.
That's my next question.
That's the answer. Hyperledger needs oracles. Quorum needs oracles. Every system that's actually going to secure your contracts in a way that you get the extreme reliability that you want from decentralized infrastructure is going to need oracles.
Right, and I do see a lot of integration likely to happen between these. We have already kind of a lot of integration that's being built up, and some of it will be very cleverly architected decentralized things like what Chainlink does.
And so the next question then is, how do we continue to enable this? This is kind of the body of work we're engaged in, where as more smart contracts appear, people have more and more reasons to consume them. And that means there's a larger market for data providers to sell their data. And that's what we enable. And I think what's going to happen is that once there's enough building blocks that are secure enough and able to be connected together in a usable enough way, there will be all kinds of applications like banks, fintechs, Robinhood, any number of other applications that end up providing access to DeFi protocols.
Well, the Interbank Information Network, and we call it IN, just because it's easier to say, right? IN has been focused on how can we make payments more frictionless.
So first we forked.
And we think platforms like the Interbank Information Network, like other networks that are being stood up, actually become the platform and the vehicles to deliver these types of services across the institution. So that will drive enhanced collaboration.
Into highly secure, highly reliable collections of services that essentially define DeFi and define the value of what DeFi will provide, not only to the crypto community, but to the mainstream.
Interesting. So watch this space, I think it's safe to say.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So I think really I'm starting to see finally, after year of like, this is the year, here we go, this is the year, it's constant, my constant story. You ask anybody that knows me, this is the one. Finally, this is the one.
JP Morgan Coin could be internal, could be commercial, could one day be consumer.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day and happy chain linking.